The liability of bed bugs. Who is responsible and who pays? All on this edition of the Pest Geek Podcast.
Pull out your hose and grab your can. We're about to integrate another Pest Geek Podcast. Hi, everybody. Frank Hernandez here, and welcome to the Pest Geek Podcast, bringing you the latest information on pests, products, and politics from today's leading industry sources to help you start, manage, and grow your pest control business.
Hey, welcome back. Welcome back to another edition of the Pest Geek Podcast. I am your host, Frank Hernandez, here every week discussing all things pest. We're going to be discussing the liability of bed bugs, who's responsible and who pays. And there seems to be a lot of responsibility going around, a lot of blame, and a lot of people are paying through the nose for this. And it's not as simple and cut as most people would like it to be. It's not like a roach service. It's not like a flea service or a tick service or any other type of service. Bed bug, I think it's by itself as a specialty service, kind of like termite is. And what we're seeing is there is so much ignorance out there about bed bugs. Ignorance from even hotel people that are supposed to know. Ignorance from managers in apartment buildings. And it's just, there's an enormous amount of just ignorance about bed bugs and how to effectively treat bed bugs, how to effectively monitor for them, how to effectively inspect for them, how to effectively, again, treat the different methods of treatment. People are having no clue. And I talk to people all the time about this, and you do too, if you're out there. And it seems like you're scratching your head. How is it that a restaurant owner doesn't understand that he can get bed bugs? If you're in a public place, taxi drivers, buses, hotels are the ones that make me scratch my head of how they don't have bed bug protocols in place to deal with this and prevent it. They want you to come in, because one customer complained, treat an entire unit and not realize that the other units could be infested too, and that they have to be inspected and they have to be treated. I mean, it's just an enormous amount of ignorance, and the courts are starting to award lots of money to people who, for the landlords. It's for people who rent hotels, and we're getting into the new era of sharing and places like Airbnb. If you own a property, you own a home, and you have Airbnb, you're liable to get bed bugs. So who is responsible if a unit get bed bugs? I stopped doing bed bugs because 99% of the calls that we got were from apartment buildings, from individual owners, individual renters. Well, you got condominiums and down here, and you have apartments, and who is responsible? And I would talk to the it says, I never had a problem. We haven't traveled. We haven't been anywhere. And all of a sudden I got bed bugs. We moved in here. We didn't have bed bugs. And now I have bed bugs. And the landlords are threatening their tenants that if they say anything, they'll kick them out. Mind you that most of the calls I get from these are in really low income, mostly impoverished neighborhoods. And I try to counsel them the best I can, but I won't touch it. I won't touch this with a 100-foot pole without inspecting the other units and treating the other units. And when I talk to landlords about what they expect to pay, they're thinking they're going to pay, $65 for a bed bug job. And they're hiring companies to come in and do $65 baseboard sprays because, that's what they're willing to pay and that somebody's willing to spray for it. The question then becomes, if you were that kind of company that you just came in and you sprayed baseboards for a bed bug service, you're going to be involved in a lawsuit. You're going to get called in and you're saying, well, good luck them proving. Listen, there's plenty of cases that have already been settled where the pest control company got named in the lawsuit. You're a furniture moving company and you replace a mattress and you hauled the old mattress out. And now you infested the truck and probably all the other mattresses are there. You're a furniture store and you sell used bunk beds and you brought those in. Now you're liable. And the attitude from a lot of people is, well, good luck proving it. Man, when I hear that, I really look at the person and I said, you really don't have any scruples when you have an attitude like that. Because good luck proving it just says that you really don't care and you're not going to do anything about it. You inspect a unit that has bed bugs and you didn't use any PPE, you didn't use a white suit, and you go to another house and you carried the bed bug in your shoe. Good luck proving it. It says a lot about your character. It says a lot about who you are as a person, that you have no consideration for what somebody else or you might cause to somebody else. Being in the professional pest control business, that you're in charge with protecting the public health. Do you have bed bug protocols for your employees? Do the people you're serving have bed bug protocols? Chances are not. I got a call from a management company that rents out apartments similar to Airbnb. And they wanted me to give them a price to do a quarterly service for bed bugs, where we treat for bed bugs. And I had to have a long conversation just to see where those people were in their knowledge about what bed bugs are, how they, do they have bed bug pro? Here they are. This is their specialty. They rent out apartments by the day for traveling people, that kind of deal, just like Airbnb. And I had the conversation and I was appalled, disturbed, mortified, and I basically let them know that there is no way in hell we're going to touch them as a company. The person on the other end, what they really wanted to do was transfer liability at the end of the day. They wanted somebody to go in once a month and treat and then give them a guarantee. And what happens if the person has bed bugs again and gets bitten? And I said, if you're renting that daily to that many people, you're a hotel. They wanted us to go in with unmarked vehicles because they were renting out apartments in places where they can't do that. Subleasing doesn't allow it. They were illegally renting apartments. And they wanted us to go in, and state of Florida requires that you have permanent signing on your vehicles. So you can't do it. And treat for bed bugs every 3 months and give them a guarantee. And, the last company was charging them $65 a trip every quarter. I'm like, you're looking at an inspection at least minimum once a month. The liability is on you. We have absolutely zero liability since we don't have care, custody, or control of who goes in and out of there. And I'm mortified that they do this for a living. You need an ironclad bed bug contract. Now, I'm going to let you know, Lipka, the guys at Lipka are awesome. We have insurance with Lipka. They have a free bed bug contract for their members. Now, this contract was written by lawyers and the insurance industry. So they know what to put in that contract to keep you and them out of trouble. And that's what I would do. You can give them a call, 800-893-9887. Or look at lipca.com, lipca.com. This is an insurance company that is designed by pest control people for pest control people. Now, they're not paying me a dime to give them a plug. They're not a sponsor, but that's who I have my insurance with. They're a great company, and they have a free bed bug contract for their members. So if you switch your policy, you'll get a free bed bug contract that you don't have to pay for. But anyway, who's liable? Well, $2.5 million was awarded. Where not only did the hotel get sued, but also the insurance company, the pest control company got sued, and they also have to pay out. Got links to all of this. $125,000 bedbug lawsuit in Maryland. Pest control company made the bedbug infestation worse. Here's the problem. You're saying, good luck proving it. Listen, if you get named in a lawsuit, you not only have to, your insurance company, chances are, will pay out if you didn't violate the law. But in the meantime, you're in a lawsuit. You have to pay lawyers. You're going to get in the newspaper. And good luck then overcoming a lawsuit where the headline in the paper, pest control company made infestation worse. The PR nightmare alone will shut you down. Taking things so lightly, like good luck, them proving anything, doesn't stop you from getting named in a lawsuit. Listen, this is something I have a lot of experience in, is getting named in lawsuits. I used to work for a company where I negotiated contracts, and it was very, very contentious because the company was a manufacturer and the company was working also on behalf of the insurance industry and was a competitor to the people we were negotiating with. I was named in a lawsuit at least once a month. I had a deposition at least once a month. It is somebody that knows how to do a CYA is me, because I've been there. When you've been deposed several times, it's not pretty. When you're doing it once a month, it pretty much kind of gets old after a while, because you know you have a good contract and you know what you did. My company always defended me. I didn't have to defend myself. But in this case, if you're an independent, you got to defend yourself. Here's another one. Well, you're doing heat treatments. What kind of damage can you cause? You don't know you've never done a heat treatment. You better get a lot of training doing heat treatments. Here's a good one. You walk away from the heaters to go have lunch and the place catches on fire. Or even worse, you decided this thing is on autopilot. I'm going to go earn another $2,000 today, go do sales or go do my route, set this up, leave it alone, and walk away, and an entire 5-story building burns down. You think it doesn't happen? Read the link. I mean, there's a lot of liability to go around in bed bugs. And you better get highly educated. Talk to your insurance company, talk to your broker, talk to a lawyer, get a good contract. Because you say you offer no guarantee on bed bug until somebody calls a news truck and parks it in front of your house. And then you've got all the free publicity that you want. Good luck. Anybody proving it says either you're ignorant about the situation, you don't care, or you're just plain stupid. I mean, you got to really break it down to that. And a lot of people in the business are getting into things that they have no experience in simply because they feel they can make money. That's great that you can make money. But you need to prepare your company and yourself for doing it right. Don't just jump in head first without getting any training, any information, any knowledge. We all start somewhere, but we all start somewhere getting as much. In the multitude of counselors, there's good security. Get some good counselors around you. Stop being the Lone Ranger and figuring that you can do anything you want, whenever you want, how you want. The success in business requires that you commit the least amount of stupid mistakes that you can. So with that, I leave you. And until next time, have a great one.
Thank you for listening to the Pest Geek Podcast. If you have enjoyed the Pest Geek Podcast, please give us a rating, write a review, or subscribe to the channel. You can join the Pest Geek Society by visiting pestgeekpodcast.com. Thank you for listening. See you next time.